know it is what it ain't. It's your boy Rude Dog. I decided to give it to you 5 minutes early. But yo, check this out, man. Yo, we coming at bet your ass something critical. But now, we about to make it all crack-a-late on off in this piz knees, yo. Go ahead and tune in, man. Tune in and comment on the show, man. Let people know what's going down. But anyways, but yo, we already know what this is. This is an adult channel where adult things do happen, adult things do go on. You will hear me cough, you will hear me smoke, you will hear me saying some things that will offend you. Profanity is used extensively and all that good stuff. So please get ready, y'all. It's going down. That is the disclaimer. But now, let's go ahead and get on off into the shizno. Let's go ahead and get on off into the shizno.
To choose who he want to fight, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was.
Oh, he said that nigga was easy. Cakewalk. Cakewalk.
Nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terrence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Floyd Mayweather has shaken the boxing world again by calling out Terrence Crawford right after Canelo Alvarez's fight. Known for his confidence and perfect record, Mayweather signaled he's ready for another big showdown. Fans and analysts are excited at the prospect of him facing Crawford, one of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters, adding fresh tension to boxing.
Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes that Crawford's better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. You only have to win 7, 10-9 rounds clear, and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes.
See, he got a point about that one. Because, see, to me, Mayweather is a point fighter. Mayweather go for the points, man. That's just my get down on it. He go for the points.
He's never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terrence Bud Crawford defended his unbeaten record by defeating Canelo Alvarez via unanimous decision, securing the undisputed super middleweight championship. The fight, held at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on September 13, 2025, was one of the year's most anticipated matchups. Moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford entered the ring with immense confidence. Despite Canelo's natural size and power, Crawford dictated the pace, using precise boxing, agile footwork, and effective combinations to neutralize his opponent's advantages.
I love the fight, man. I love the fight. I did not know how it was going to go. I didn't think the weight was going to be a problem for Terrence Crawford. I'm on record as saying I didn't think it was going to be a problem. But it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen. And I knew we would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was going to go. And I knew that Bud was only going to get stronger and get bolder and, start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, but he's hands down. He's the best. He's the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him his respect. He just went up 2 weight classes what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease. You got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way he won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect.
But see, my whole thing is, Nah, I ain't even gonna go into it.
I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still humans and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was I'm sorry, not Canelo. Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to the Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to take that to consider.
For this fight, Mayweather Jr. placed his bet on Terence Crawford, confident in his skills and trusting him to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Although Crawford was considered the underdog, Mayweather wagered $50,000 on a money line at plus 148 odds. When Crawford won by unanimous decision, Mayweather's bet paid off handsomely, earning him $124,000. This wager not only showed his faith in Crawford's abilities but also highlighted his deep understanding of boxing dynamics.
We'll see, because Mayweather know what Crawford could do. So that's why this fight's been approved. Because he already know that Crawford's going to be a good throwdown with him. That's my prediction.
Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talk to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we're here from Canelo. We're going to hear from Crawford. And I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather, bet on Crawford and make some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know.
See, that's the ticket right there. He bet a damn good ticket on Crawford to win. And Crawford won. Simple as that.
Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from the rival. I don't expect anything different.
Mayweather has also stated his position in the pound-for-pound debate, naming Terence Crawford the #1 fighter in the world today. After Crawford's masterful win over Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather praised his skill, discipline, and ability to dominate across multiple weight classes. For Mayweather, pound-for-pound status isn't just about titles, it's about consistently proving superiority against the best. Crawford, by defeating elite champions and remaining unbeaten, has firmly established himself as the man to beat in modern boxing.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number.
Crawford has long admired Mayweather's approach to boxing, not just his.
See, Mayweather even recognized talent. Mayweather even know that Crawford gonna give him one. So, I'm kind of iffing in, but I'm still going. I'm going Crawford.
His in-ring skills, but how he managed his career and legacy. Over time, this respect grew into a genuine connection. Crawford has received tips and advice from Mayweather, which he values and applies carefully. Their relationship reflects a deeper bond rooted in ambition, legacy, and a shared understanding of what it takes to achieve greatness in the sport.
You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never.
See, to me, he capping and keeping his composure. That's just to me. But he probably ain't though. But that's just my opinion. He capping and keeping his composure.
Just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person.
Recently, Canelo admitted during a press conference, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather." This was striking, considering Alvarez had previously lost to Mayweather in 2013 at just 23 and unbeaten. Crawford's performance was masterful, using superior hand speed, footwork, and tactical precision to outbox Alvarez over 12 rounds. Moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford neutralized Alvarez's power with smart defense and precise counterattacks.
Right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
My
2,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine. So I cannot think in that way, but I try my best tonight.
And lastly for me, Champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terrence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Following Canelo Alvarez's claim that Crawford is better than Floyd, Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, responded critically. He suggested Canelo's statement was a tactic to boost Crawford's status and make his own loss look more respectable. Jeff emphasized that Canelo's defeat to Floyd happened during his prime, countering the idea that Mayweather was past his peak. He also argued that while Crawford is skilled, Floyd's defensive abilities remain superior.
That time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other 2 judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people. But
how you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Want to
make himself look like he did something.
Trainer Greg Hackett has weighed in on the debate between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terrence Crawford, asserting that Mayweather remains superior. Despite Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez, Hackett argues that Mayweather's defense and ring intelligence set him apart. He acknowledges Crawford's skill but stresses that Mayweather's undefeated record and dominance across multiple weight classes place him above Crawford in all-time rankings. Hackett's view underscores the ongoing discussion about the greatest of this era.
The Floyd Mayweather that Canelo Alvarez fought.
Yeah.
In the last version of Terrence Crawford that we've seen in the ring.
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter, Jim?
Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time. Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. Bud, I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we didn't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you're in there. That's what Bud went up against that night.
Eddie Hearn has dismissed Canelo Alvarez's claim that Terrence Crawford is superior to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He argued that Crawford's resume doesn't match Mayweather's, noting many of Crawford's opponents were past their prime. Hearn emphasized that while Crawford has big wins, including his recent victory over Canelo, he lacks the depth of elite victories across multiple weight classes that Mayweather achieved during his career.
So then Mayweather, do you agree with that?
No, I don't. But I think Crawford's a phenomenal fighter. The thing is with Crawford, and I was kind of goading him on this, and it's not his fault. His resume's not that impressive.
But see, I still think Mayweather is dominant because no matter how much they try to compare Mayweather to Crawford, Crawford to Mayweather, I still say Mayweather got him because Mayweather is the type that'll go for the point instead of go for the knockout. He knows the whole point behind the fight. But see, he gonna use that against Crawford. See, Crawford got to look at that. He gonna use that against him. So he got to keep his eye open for that.
Said to him, tell me your best win ever. This is what I said to him. And you know what he said? Ricky Burns. Right? Now, Ricky Burns is a great fighter. He's my guy. He's a 3-division world champion. But you can't say that he is, you know, like one of the greats. He's one of the greats of Scottish boxing. But if you're talking about one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time, it's not Terence's fault that he hasn't been able to get those fights. But a lot of the guys that he's fought have been done. You know, even arguably Ricky Burns at the time. You know, I know he went on to win other world championships, but he was kind of on the slide at that time. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, you know, Gamboa. You know, all of these guys. Who else did he beat? Ndongo. Like Errol Spence, another example. Terence is brilliant, but he's never actually really had many notable victories. This would be it. I mean, this would be an incredible achievement. But I just feel like at the age that they're at, like, what is going to happen in this fight? And I just see I don't think Terence, because he shouldn't, is going to take that many chances in the fight. He needs to use his movement, use his footwork, which Canelo doesn't like, and win rounds. And Canelo doesn't really like to force a fight. When did you last see Canelo really trying to get...
Carmel Martin recently reiterated that Floyd Mayweather will always be the GOAT. Despite the buzz around Terence Crawford's dominance, Martin highlighted Mayweather's perfect record, ring IQ, defensive mastery, and consistent supremacy across weight classes as a benchmark few can reach. While praising Crawford, especially his win over Canelo, Martin stressed that greatness isn't about a single fight but about longevity, flawless performance, and making history as an undefeated champion. He believes Crawford is elite, but Mayweather's legacy remains in a different tier.
Pound for pound greats of this era. Canelo, we see the resume. Crawford, you know, 2-time undisputed, potentially this weekend becomes 3. I've said in a few interviews, is it skills pay the bills, or does a good big man beat a good little man? How do you see it?
I feel like the skills pay the bills, you know, and I feel like Crawford's not that much littler than Canelo. You know, we've seen in the face-off that they're around the same size. If not, Crawford look a little bigger than. Yeah, for sure. So, you know, really just we're gonna see tomorrow, you know, how it plays out. Whoever the better man is that night, I feel like will win. You know, I feel like it's even playing fields, and you know, both guys coming. Already, so we're just gonna have to see.
If Terence does win this, a lot of people are saying that puts him as the greatest of all time. Now, I know it's hard because obviously you've been with Floyd, and a lot of people are saying Floyd is great. But does that at least put him in that conversation with your Floyd Mayweathers, your Manny Pacquiao's, your Sugar Ray Leonard's, all the greats of the past, and obviously Canelo obviously as well, because he'll be there. Does that put him there?
Yeah, for sure. You know, of course, nobody will ever. I feel like Floyd will always be the greatest of all time.
Meanwhile, Crawford addressed frequent comparisons to Floyd Mayweather Jr., stressing that each fighter should be judged within the context of their own era. He stated that he is the greatest of his time, just as Mayweather was in his, making direct comparisons unnecessary. This reflects Crawford's confidence in his achievements and his goal of building a legacy distinct from past legends. Following Crawford's historic win over Canelo Alvarez, his longtime trainer Brian Bow McIntyre emphasized there would be no rush into another fight. He noted that after such a demanding preparation and grueling 12 rounds, recovery should be the priority. Instead of immediately discussing future opponents, Bomac recommended Crawford take a well-earned break to recharge physically and mentally, allowing him to fully enjoy his accomplishment before planning the next step in his legendary career.
Jim. we're gonna get back in the gym, and we're gonna assess that. And you know, right now I just want him to go on vacation, have some fun, spend time with his family, man. Because we trained for like probably a half a year for that fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time spent away from home, a lot of time spent away from the family. So I just want him to just go get back home.
And what for you?
Yeah.
And for you?
Hey, this thing.
Appreciate you.
What you saying about training a half a year?
We trained almost a half a year for that fight. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was so sharp.
Bernie Thigh Boxer, a close ally of Terence Crawford, sharply criticized the judging after the Canelo fight, insisting, "They tried to rob us." He argued that the scoring didn't reflect Crawford's dominance, claiming many rounds were unfairly awarded or judged too closely. According to him, Crawford controlled the action, dictated the pace, displayed superior fundamentals, and outworked Canelo, yet the judges' cards didn't fully reward these efforts. Bernie believes that despite the unanimous decision, the score margins were unjust, highlighting how controversial judging continues to stir emotions in boxing, even in seemingly decisive victories.
Destroying every myth. Can he take the punch? Is he strong? Is this guy too strong? Man, he did everything. He did everything. Didn't he? Stood and fought with him. See how he
was in the pocket. Was in the pocket.
Turned him. Did everything. Talking about he too strong. Turned him a couple times. Pushed him. Crawford the best.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather offers a unique perspective on this matchup, having defeated Canelo Alvarez in 2013 when Canelo was undefeated and rapidly rising. That victory remains a highlight of Mayweather's legendary career, showcasing his defensive brilliance and ring IQ. Now, years later, Mayweather is turning his attention to Terence Crawford, who just dominantly beat Canelo. By calling out Crawford, Mayweather is reigniting excitement in boxing and reminding fans that he still considers himself capable of competing with the very best.
That's so fucking young. Yeah. And he was like, that was when he was
he was
prime,
in his
right?
prime,
Prime, and you're only 23. What was that like?
I trained so hard. I don't know. Obviously, I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23. So imagine that. But, you know, he was the better man that night. A lot of experience. He's a great fighter. So,
do you think Floyd Mayweather calling out Terence Crawford could lead to one of the biggest fights in history? Or should Money stay retired and let Crawford carry the torch? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
You could